due respect, he's also suffering from anal bleeding.
I'm dumb as fuck.
Can I have your attention, please?
I'm dumb as fuck.
Smart marks!
I'm dumb as fuck.
Easy, go home here!
Thoughts on it? Avid cock hunter.
The art of wrestling.
He's unstoppable!
The art of wrestling.
Number one contender.
The art of wrestling.
And there goes the big boy!
The art of wrestling.
Keep it up, my nigga!
The art of wrestling.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
The art of wrestling.
Suplex City, bitch! Me and my friend Mark, we're gonna start.
Hi.
Welcome everybody to the Arc of Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Greg. Today we are covering the WWE Battleground pay-per-view. Joining me today we have Dave.
Hello.
We have Jonesy.
Hello.
We have Death.
Howdy.
And we have Shane.
I don't like how I was the last one introduced. Let's do it again.
We are not doing it again.
We have Greg.
It took 23 seconds to get through that intro. Mike's going to join us a little bit later when he returns from his friend's house. That's fucking 50 minutes away. Which is not going to be that long
Alright,
of a...
so let's hurry up before we get back.
Yeah.
We gotta remember so it's gonna be twice as long.
This is gonna be kind of a speed run of a podcast. You're only gonna get about 30 minutes of this, maybe even less, depends on how quickly we get through it. It's gonna be kind of the basis of how our mini shows are gonna be from now on. Our next one we should be covering is PWG Mystery Vortex. So once we get the DVD for that, we will watch it and share our thoughts about it. As for that, we're gonna go into Battleground with the pre-show. King Barrett versus R-Truth in a singles match for Barrett's King of the Ring crown. The gimmick stealing match as the winner takes the gimmick.
Oh boy.
I did not watch this because when I woke up from my nap, apparently this match was already over. So, did anybody watch it?
I came in like the last 2 minutes.
So, there was rumors before the pay-per-view that Barrett was going to possibly lose this match because they were going to decide to give him back his Bad News Barrett gimmick. Now, obviously, this doesn't happen because King Barrett won. He won with a sick bullhammer to R-Truth. Man, I did anything special or happen near the end, Death?
Nope.
No? Nothing?
Nah, like I said, I came in and all of a sudden bullhammer 1, 2, 3, and that was it.
Alright, yeah. It was, for whatever the match was, it was the pre-show match. King Barrett is still King Barrett. They are deciding to put the Bad News Barrett gimmick on him. I don't think we're going to see that until late summer. Probably even going into Night of Champions, if they ever decide to do it. Because I have no idea what they want to do with this King Barrett gimmick. It doesn't...
I would much rather than put Bad News Barrett back on him. The King gimmick, it's not going to work.
So before this actually happened, apparently, coming from the almighty Meltzer, Vince has banned the word or the name Wade.
But
Vince has banned Barrett's first name to be spoken on commentary. I'm guessing he's sick and tired of Michael Cole and JBL accidentally saying Wade Barrett rather than King Barrett or Bad News Barrett. So there goes,
Give
you
me
know,
a break.
the micromanaging. I know, it's so weird. Like,
Why can't you say Wade? I would be saying Wade. Guess what movie comes out next year? Deadpool. Wade Wilson. I'd be embracing Wade.
oh yeah, that's I did not think about that. That's a good little.
Come on. He needs his Bad News Barrett routine back, and Barrett has been for a number of years a favorite of mine. I don't get this. I don't get. The King gimmick doesn't work with him.
it doesn't.
And also,
But,
you know,
I could see Macho King Sandow. But you know.
Look, if they're not going to treat the King of the Ring properly, if they're just going to
ignore it, exactly.
If they're just going to make the King of the Ring into a gimmick pay-per-view or a gimmick tournament, unlike what they did back in the late '90s, where if someone actually won the King of the Ring, they'd get a significant push out of it. It happened to Austin, happened to Angle. Didn't happen with Billy Gunn, but that was really nearing the end of the King of the Ring's run of legitimacy.
Billy Gunn, but no one likes Billy Gunn.
Yeah, they were trying to. I think they had a lot of hopes that Billy Gunn was going to be a young upstart that was going to take the future. But that didn't happen because he had that shitty rat's tail that he ended up getting. That was really bad.
Because he's a fucking mid-carder for life, that's why.
I love Billy. Billy's my boy. So yeah, King Barrett continues to have his crown. We'll see if they ever do anything with, if they've ever wanted to even bring back the Bad News Barrett gimmick. I don't know why they removed him in the first place. He was getting over and they decided like he was a heel. They needed to get rid of it. Didn't really make sense. Going into the actual pay-per-view, we got Randy Orton opening up the show versus Sheamus, Mr. Money in the Bank. Our Irish correspondent, Shane, what did you think of this opening match?
I went and made a sandwich.
Ah, yes. I did the same thing. That's what I was hoping you were
went to Subway, so that's pretty much the equivalent.
Did you eat fresh?
Ooh.
Fresh out of my fridge, yeah. I did the opposite of this match. I ate fresh.
So, what did we learn going into this match? That Randy Orton has larger feet than Sheamus. By an inch.
I know that.
Randy Orton has 15-inch feet, while Sheamus has 14. So now Orton is the bigger man.
What a feud, right?
What a
14. Let's move on.
We're in St. Louis, Randy Orton's hometown. So obviously we know who's gonna win.
Yep.
Well, actually, no. Orton was not born in St. Louis. He was born in Tennessee. What?
He was, yeah, but he wrestled in St. Louis.
Okay, I get. He probably grew up in there. Yeah, I guess so.
It's not that far away.
Yeah, it's really not that far away, anyways. So Randy Orton's really hot, surprisingly, with the crowd. The crowd loves him.
I hate him so much.
Why do you hate him so much?
He's so fucking boring.
Okay, well, he's... when people say he's boring, he usually kind of goes into his matches and he tries to spice it up. He gets all excited. He does the Orton crazy face sometimes when people start saying that he's boring. Where he fucking puts out his tongue and...
Doing something like that for 5 years does not make it less boring.
I guess. They had an okay match from my recollection. I was in and out for this match because I was just not excited. But
I want to get some water.
The crowd was surprisingly hot. Death, do you have anything to say about that match?
Yeah, like I said, it was okay for what it was.
What do you guys think of Sheamus just, continuing the Money in the Bank curse of, losing most of your matches?
Something like that.
It's ridiculous. They're like, how?
It happens to all of them, and I don't get it. It's like, guys, you should be pumping this guy up to be, okay, he's beating people, he's going to be a threat to whenever he drops the Money in the Bank. Well, to be fair,
it's hard to pump Sheamus with the Irish curse.
Well, that's true.
Well, my thing is, they had the thought that Sheamus was going to be this big heel from the moment they decided to introduce his new look, and they put on the Money in the Bank, and I was neutral on it. And, I had a feeling that they were going to push Sheamus really strong as the top heel of the company, and I wanted to see if they were actually going to get something out of him.
Man.
Well, the thing is, though, he was they set him up to be basically Daniel Bryan's opponent. I mean, that's where they were going, and then Bryan goes and gets injured on the European tour when he fights him.
Oh, Sheamus was supposed to be Bryan's opponent for a few years now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just again, Bryan gets injured, everything goes up in smoke, and now they're stuck with him.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Now,
say hi to Mike, guys. Hi, Mike. While he
how's your foot?
While he gets his mic together and everything.
Hello.
Hi, Mike.
You're live.
Hello. I am here.
We are on. What did you think about the Orton and Sheamus match? What do you okay? What do you
Typical
think of
Mike answer.
what do you think of Sheamus's direction? Can WWE salvage a top heel out of Sheamus from this point?
Yeah, if they don't book him like a retard.
All right.
I don't know what else you want me to really say, because
Man,
his
You
booking
really
is
should have
poor.
expected that answer.
Yeah, I guess I'm just a really big Sheamus. You know, I'm probably one of the few people that actually enjoy
No,
Sheamus.
I actually don't mind Sheamus. Sheamus is not somebody that I have any sort of dislike for. I just think that they could have done. There's things they could be doing better with him, and like for one, having him win, and it's. I don't know. It's just.
Sheamus Orton could be the wrong opponent for Sheamus right now.
Well, Orton needs somebody that's got more charisma to go opposite him, so
Yeah.
Orton doesn't look so bad. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Is that Orton should be the silent heel, and he's not, and that's why he was such a good heel when he was around when Flair could talk for him.
Well, the worst thing about this feud was Orton was missing for a while. He was missing for about 2 weeks when the feud started, and Sheamus was kind of thrown out there to be, and to do anything just until Orton could come back, because he was on that little vacation with his wife that he ended up proposing to. So
Yeah.
there you go. Orton won.
I'm just gonna say Orton and Sheamus have no chemistry at all,
Yeah. It's
And
really
he-
what it is.
and they keep deciding to force this match down our throats.
I wonder if we're definitely gonna get a rematch. Sheamus is definitely gonna get his win back.
Gross.
But I wonder if it's gonna happen at SummerSlam.
Gross.
Like I can see him doing it on Raw, but they could possibly do this match again at SummerSlam. Anyways,
Why,
I
why
hope
are we
not.
still talking about this match?
let's move on. The Primetime Players, the tag team champs, are going against the New Day. Can
Yeah,
I
for
say?
The primetime champs of Titus O'Neil and Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah, fucking WWE messing up like crazy. Off the bat, Xavier Woods MVP of this entire fucking match, and he was if Xavier Woods just takes the role as a permanent manager, I'd be so happy because he does that so well. He gets into it. He gets hyped. He gets loud. He gets obnoxious. He gets people riled up, and that's what a manager is supposed to be. He's supposed to be out there and do something. Fuck you, Summer Rae, for not doing shit when you're out there with Rusev and you're standing there looking like a dumb broad with a dumb fucking stone look on your face. So, good on Xavier Woods.
The art of the manager is long lost.
Absolutely, I definitely agree with you on that, Death. Primetime Players looked pretty good. Actually, I really liked the finish to this match. They had a really great, strong finish that got that crowd on their feet, excited. New Day is just a phenomenal heel team, and while in person they're getting heat from the crowd like crazy because of that chant that they do, the New Day Rocks chant.
Day rocks.
And it's such a
Day
good,
rocks.
it's such a great little chant because you could hit it anytime. The crowd knows exactly what to do. And it also helps the other team get back into the match. So there's so many factors working into that chant. It's phenomenal. Primetime Players are tearing it up. They got a lot of great, double team maneuvers that don't normally see in tag team divisions these days. They're definitely working it. O'Neal is just a brute. Dude was throwing Kofi around like a rag doll. One of these days he's gonna hurt someone bad because he missed through someone. What'd you guys think? Jonesy, got any opinions on the New Day and the Primetime
I love
Players?
Xavier Woods.
Yeah?
I love what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he did absolutely phenomenal.
But that's really about it for the New Day, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're still really hot, and they still get a lot of heat when they're actually out there. Like, I'd be disappointed if they broke them up. And they didn't really plant any seeds as if they were going to break up. So I could definitely see them going on just a little bit longer if they needed to. Mike, since I know you like these guys so much. All right, Mike.
Good talk, Mike.
Good talk, Mike. So the primetime players retain their championships. It was a good match. The crowd, the match ended exactly when it needed to. I don't think the crowd was too hot on the primetime players after they won, though. We'll see what's next for them. Hopefully the Lucha Dragons will get a chance, but I can't see two babyfaces going at it, so maybe the primetime players are looking at a change, hopefully? A change of face? Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. Oh, the match that had so many rumors going into it, and then nothing happened. Well, one thing happened. Technically, one thing happened. So, before this, there was a news report that came out that this match is supposed to be a long-term feud. It's supposed to be a match that WWE hopes to go back to down the line more and more, and it's going to be like long-term feud, like Rock Austin, Wyatt Reigns. That's what they hope it's going to be. You know, they had a few botches at the beginning. I think they missed they missed a spot near the beginning. I think I missed. Do you guys remember what that was? I think Big Fish called it out.
Was it the Samoan drop?
Yeah. Well, did he miss that?
I think he let go before he fell down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Reigns was never really good with the Samoan drop in the first place.
Yeah.
They always look shit.
He did a Samoan drop later in the match though. It was a lot better though.
Oh yeah. They probably needed to redo the spot. Who knows? So when it looks like Reigns is just about to beat Wyatt, who comes out but a man in a black hoodie with a really, really long beard, because you can't really fucking hide it in the first place. Super kicked Reigns straight in the face. Wyatt rolls him in, hits the Sister Abigail for the pin, and it is revealed that Luke Harper is now back with Wyatt. Now, of course, the rumor before this match was that Sting was supposed to return.
That'll be tomorrow.
You think it will be tomorrow?
Yep.
Where are they tomorrow? Which city are they? I have no fucking clue. WWE has
Look it up.
WWE has hard trouble trying to promote these Raws.
They don't promote him.
Okay,
Like
you know, you want to know why I say he's going to be right back? He'll be tomorrow, or at least it'll start being implied. Outside thing, Sting is supposed to appear at Wizard World Chicago in August.
Oh, okay.
Along with the other WWE superstars, he's got to get back on television.
Yeah, but both him and Taker are booked, and we'll talk about Taker later. Both of them are booked for SummerSlam. That's already
Spoilers.
bit confirmed. Raw tomorrow or tonight when you're listening to this is gonna be in Kansas City.
Okay.
So that'll be.
I should go down there. It's a 3-hour drive though.
Nah, yeah, you know, I don't want to do that for a Raw. Like, I think I want to go to the next Raw whenever it comes back to the center. Speaking of which, so Luke Harper is now back with the Wyatt. Rowan is still out with an injury. Maybe you could expect him back after this match.
What is he out with?
He injured his shoulder, I believe, in a match. I can't remember. Happened a few months ago.
Yeah.
He was only supposed to be out for a limited time. It actually happened shortly after Jay went down with his injury, and he was supposed to be out for a while. So I think Rowan was only scheduled to be out like 4 to 5 months. So if anything, he'll be back after SummerSlam if they decide to put the Wyatt family back together, which they should.
What?
Talking about Wyatt Reigns and how Sting didn't show up.
What's going on?
Moving on to the triple threat match. The replacement triple threat match that replaced Big Show, Miz, and Staph Infection Ryback is the match between Charlotte, Brie Bella, and Sasha Banks. And they gave this match about 11 minutes. It's a good improvement from the typical 5 to 6 minute match that you would normally get off of Divas on a pay-per-view. And they used their time very well. And how did they use their time? Well, Brie was barely in this match. She had a little bit of offense here and there, but most of the time they had Sasha and Charlotte really kick her back and have her lay down on the fucking apron doing nothing. And whenever Brie did get into the match, she would do a lot of Daniel Bryan spots where, you know, the kicks back and forth or the knees back and forth. So she did anything surprising, and I was hoping that we could see a little bit more from her. Charlotte and Sasha carried this match. Of course they did. They did it was a phenomenal showcase from them. A lot of reversal shows that they know each other very well. They know how to communicate very well. So no botches, no mess ups from either of the girls, which is great. Near the end of the match, they had a standoff between all the girls, which ended up sending Brie back into the ring. Bunch of 2 suicide dives. The first 2 suicide dives of the actual pay-per-view comes from both Sasha Banks and Charlotte, which was very surprising. I was not expecting Charlotte to go over the top rope like that. Crowd was even hot for Becky Lynch to get in to the mix, but
Who wasn't even in the match.
Who wasn't in the match, but they definitely wanted her to jump in and replace Brie. But who wouldn't?
I was gonna say, and that's a surprise. How?
The match ended with Sasha hitting the bank statement. Brie taking Sasha and throwing her into the not the turnbuckle, the metal post really hard. Like, I heard that thing just pop, and Sasha hit the ground pretty hard, and Charlotte gets the figure 8 locked in and gets the tap out submission win against Brie for the win. Charlotte's first. Well, actually, granted, they just had a match on main event that I think Sasha won, maybe. Or Charlotte, I can't remember. I was hoping to watch the match before the pay-per-view, but I fell asleep. So this is actually not their first match in a WWE ring, but this is Charlotte's first big win on a pay-per-view. So congrats to Charlotte, I guess. Big win for Charlotte, and you saved Sasha from getting pinned, which was what they needed. Brie was there to take the pinfall or to tap out, and that's exactly what happened. So fucking phenomenal match. Do you guys have anything to say about it?
Wasn't phenomenal.
You don't think it was
phenomenal? Come on.
Compared
Becky Lynch and Sasha at TakeOver was phenomenal. This was good.
Compared to the rest of the matches that have been on.
Compared to what we've seen for Divas for the last 3 years.
I mean, this was.
I wouldn't even call it phenomenal.
Well, no, I mean it was far better than it. But I mean, the gap between what we've seen on Raw between the Bellas and whoever's challenging them, even AJ, to this was ridiculous. It was a heck
don't
of a
overrate
jump.
It was not phenomenal.
But I wouldn't say phenomenal.
Well, Shane, you were very salty about Brie being in the match in the first place, and you had a lot of things to say about her.
Showcase, you shouldn't have Brie.
They needed it to be this way. It would have been off if they just had Charlotte, Sasha, Mike. Go.
To be fair, the comment about phenomenal, the NXT Divas are semi the main focus of NXT. For the Divas on the main roster standards, considering we haven't had a great match since what, AJ and Caitlyn?
Yeah.
This was phenomenal by main roster Diva standards.
And granted,
because there hasn't been a great match in quite some time.
If they continue to have matches like this and one up each other, one after another, this match is gonna go down significantly. But as a standard for Divas alone, and how much they've really improved over the past week now, just because of these 3 girls coming in, this is a great match. And it was just because of Charlotte and Sasha, and I think you got to give those 2 girls a ton of credit for making this match so enjoyable to watch. It was the first Divas match that I can remember that I didn't want to take a piss through, you know.
Yeah.
No, that was the first match she took a piss through.
Yeah.
We had Miz come out healing up. He was kind of sounding like a babyface for a little bit. Then he decided to mock the local sports team of the Rams going to LA.
The ultimate heel move.
And then Big Show came out, did a knockout punch, and left.
Paul White.
John Cena versus Kevin Owens. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this match, because my internet was going in and out. I need to rewatch this match because people are saying it was incredible.
Giggity.
Mike, or you know what, Shayton, let's hear from you first, since you sound a little iffy about it.
It was good. It was pretty good, damn good. It was. I liked the first two better. The finish was stupid, and people can talk all they want about how good the match was, but no one has ever done any good by losing to John Cena in a feud. Bray Wyatt, Rusev, Ryback, pretty much anyone for the last 5 years, except for maybe Edge.
And that's what I'm really scared about now. When I heard that Cena made Owens tap, the only thing going through my mind was
the thing where he kicked out with Super AA.
Oh, no. It's stupid how they made him tap out after kicking out of 3 AAs.
And a Super AA. But basically, it's like the thing where Rusev was protected because Lana quit for him. It doesn't fucking matter. Because I think it's pretty safe to assume he's going to lose at TakeOver in Brooklyn. Which means he lost 4 out of his last 5 important matches.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, especially you want to keep Owens safe. And these were clean wins too. The Beast in the East match, he lost that clean. The
lost
past
John Cena Money in the Bank. He lost to John Cena tonight, and there's like at least a 80% chance he's going to lose at Brooklyn.
And I'm wondering why they would have had Owens lose this match. It doesn't make sense unless they plan on dropping the belt to Cesaro. I can't imagine why they decided to go with this finish.
Because lol, Cena wins, LOL. That's why.
Doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. Cena has to go over every single time.
What I'm going to assume
it's been like this since 2005.
Cena's going to go on to feud with Cesaro for SummerSlam. And then Owens will probably, since this is WWE, be forgotten about, and then kind of.
Well, no. I still think it's going to be the triple threat match that I've been saying for the past few weeks.
It's going to be the triple threat with Cesaro involved, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the triple threat, and whether Cesaro or Owens wins, because I don't think they, at this point, I don't think they want Cena to be pinned again. That's from the looks of it. They got the big pin on Owens in their first match.
That's the most annoying part, because like they don't have any idea how to capitalize on any momentum. Like, imagine this. Imagine if Brock beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, lost at Extreme Rules, and then lost at the next pay-per-view. It wouldn't mean a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because Owens beating Cena clean doesn't mean anything anymore. He's already lost twice in a row.
Yeah,
plus a lot of Finn Balor.
That's why I think the triple threat match is going to be the big title change, because Cena doesn't have to get pinned in that match.
Alright, so you're just going to fuck over Cesaro then?
Yeah.
Cena should get pinned because he's at that stage in his career where he needs to take pins.
He needs to put people over, and I definitely agree with that, but I don't think
it'll never happen.
It's like when Owens beat Cena in that first match, the kids were devastated. Cena lost. Oh my God! People were crying in the arena, and they were devastated about it.
And then the next night, they had Cena verbally bury him in a promo.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, that's how I think Vince is thinking about it. He doesn't want the kids to be devastated leaving the pay-per-view that night because Cena happens to lose a match. And that's what he's built for himself. He's built this position where Cena can't lose, or else there's going to be a significant part of his audience that is going to be absolutely devastated leaving that pay-per-view. And it doesn't matter what happens for the rest of the pay-per-view. Their one guy lost, and that's all they care about. And this is what they've built when you create a Super Cena. When you create someone like this who is a hero to everybody, that he just can't lose, because then there's going to be a legitimate, significant change to how the fans react.
Guys, when Cena has lost at pay-per-views before, I've been at the bar, and the bar allows for all of these handicapped kids to come in and watch.
Oh my God.
It's just...
Really?
Yeah, it's just, these kids just are absolutely devastated when Cena loses. And I mean, way over the top. And it's like WWE, you set yourself up for this. And now you're screwed. at this point in time, you're screwed until you can get. And I've been saying this for a long time. Cena is going to constantly keep getting over until they can find a replacement for Cena for doing things like Miracle Network and stuff like that. They don't have it because it was going to be Bryan. He gets injured. It was going to be Sheamus.
Roman Reigns,
He got
shit.
injured. It was going to be Roman Reigns. He has no charisma. It's not. None of this is working for him, and they have to keep bringing Cena back and keep having Cena win because they have to. They cannot. They don't want the influx of letters and emails that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It could also have been CM Punk, but he's not a corporate guy, so they can't use him.
Let's
He's
go.
quieter.
So Cena wins, retains the championship. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
It's like I said, John Cena is this generation's Hulk Hogan.
Oh, he's more than Hulk Hogan at this point now.
No, I agree with Greg.
He's more than Hulk Hogan, because there was a significant part of the audience near the end of Hogan's run. Like half of them just despised Hogan. They were sick and tired, and it was consistent near the end of Hogan's run.
It's consistent now.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There are some arenas that despise Cena. There are some arenas that adore Cena, and then there are some arenas that are half on him. It's
I'll
not
tell you right
consistent.
now, he comes into Omaha. Cena comes into Omaha. He's loved.
He comes into Anaheim. He's loved. There are a lot of when Hogan was there, people were sick and tired of his shtick. There was a lot of other good guys there who could have easily, that were ready to take his spot, but Hogan wasn't ready to give it up, and that's what people were being very vocal about. And it was consistent throughout all the arenas that they went to. It's not consistent with Cena, and there are a lot more people who are alive today who respect Cena more because of all the stuff that he does outside the ring than they ever did with Hogan. Honestly, I think Cena at this point is much bigger than Hogan when it comes to the size of his baby face and how he it's not going to be able to change. I don't think Cena could ever turn heel at this point.
Yeah.
All right, last match, and then we're gonna end the podcast. Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar. Fucking Suplex City, guys. This was almost reminiscent of the Cena match that they had at SummerSlam, but the only thing different is that Rollins actually got some decent offense in. He got a couple suicide dives. He reversed out of a suplex at one time, which was pretty impressive. But at the end, he was getting more and more suplex. It was crazy, and then gong. Because there's not really much else that happened in the match except, Lesnar was destroying him, and then everything went dark. And then when the lights came back on, the referee was gone, Seth Rollins was gone, but Taker was standing in the ring.
That Rollins and the ref became the Undertaker.
John Cone and Seth Rollins became the Undertaker. It makes sense now.
By our powers combined, we have become the Undertaker.
And Taker hit 2 tombstones on him.
And a chokeslam.
And Lesnar was out for the count. Match ended in no contest. We don't really know exactly what we were supposed to take out of the rest of that match, but Rollins is still champion because via no contest. And it looks like they're building Lesnar Taker at SummerSlam? The rematch?
Taker's gonna win it. Taker's gonna win that match.
Oh, of course he has to take that match.
He's currently 0-4 against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's
0-3 on pay-per-view.
He's never beaten Lesnar.
Yeah, he's definitely taking that match. And damn, Taker looked good.
Let me talk about this. Undertaker winning, like this match even happening, is the stupidest fucking thing.
Why?
Alright, so let's look at all the solutions. Why should I care about Undertaker, his revenge? He lost clean. What's his reason? So is he the heel? Because he's not a good guy right now.
No.
Okay, now let's just look at the decisions.
He's got to be considered a heel in the fact that not only did he take down Lesnar, but he helped Rollins keep the title.
Okay, now
it's a revenge storyline. He took the streak.
Revenge for what? Beating me fucking fairly.
Yeah. And that's exactly how WWE's gonna build it up. Granted, it doesn't really make any sense, but that's exactly how they're gonna build it up. They're
No,
gonna
that's not even the worst part,
they're
alright?
gonna
This is-
book
it's not even the
Taker
worst
as a
part. There's no-
martyr. And
Shut up.
What we're gonna
Don't
get,
fucking
what we're
speak.
gonna get. I'll tell you right now what we're gonna get. We're
No,
gonna have
you
Undertaker.
fucking- David, you're not even here often enough. Shut up.
Oh, shooting from the hip.
Don't you ever do that again.
All right, Shane.
Oh.
What? Explain your point.
Well, one, the Seth Rollins Brock Lesnar story gets no blow off now, and then okay, so if Undertaker wins, all of Lesnar's momentum is stopped. So the whole point of him fucking beating the streak, going over John Cena, fucking this whole beast run is pointless, completely pointless.
Lesnar's
If
momentum.
Brock Lesnar wins, all right, Undertaker just fucking lost again. Who cares?
Lesnar's momentum was stopped at WrestleMania when he wasn't even pinned to lose the title.
Yeah.
No, he was fucking hotter than ever the night after WrestleMania.
He still lost the title.
He didn't fucking lose. He's still defeated since beating the Undertaker.
Well, granted,
That was the
they
whole point
made
of the story. He
they
didn't
made-
beat Brock Lesnar. He beat Roman Reigns.
They made that point during the match that Lesnar has not been pinned or submitted in 2.5 years. That's the point that they made. And that's what they're building up to. Taker's going to be built up as a martyr. He's getting the revenge for losing the streak. The streak was the only thing that Taker had. Granted, we all know that's bullshit because he just wrestled the match against Wyatt at WrestleMania and won. It doesn't make sense. I agree with you, Shane. It doesn't fucking make sense. And this is
I'm saying that
WWE.
This is a no-win situation for anyone.
No, it is a win situation. It's a win for
Okay.
Taker, just so he has the saying that he finally beat Lesnar.
He has closure.
He's
Okay.
pinned him after 2.5 years. He's getting
Yeah.
he's getting his win back again. Yeah, it doesn't make fucking sense when you put it on paper and you look at the history behind it. But that's exactly how WWE's gonna go in, and that's how they're gonna book this match.
The whole, what's the point of ending the streak just for it to be fucking 50-50 booking?
I know it doesn't make sense.
Because
it
I'm
doesn't.
Vince McMahon.
It doesn't fucking make sense.
No, it
This
doesn't
is-
make sense. I agree
this
with
is
you, Shane.
what-
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I'll tell you what they're doing. They're setting up so that they have the infamous rubber match, and it's going to be Hell in the fucking Cell.
Maybe.
That's what it's. Undertaker's going to leave at the end of a Hell in a Cell match.
So it's more of this bullshit where all the fucking part-timers, not to be a fucking smart, but people who aren't there very often get all the fucking rub and all the push, and then fucking Raw every week is Fandango versus fucking Bad News Barrett.
Well, then you're gonna be really pissed about WrestleMania 32 when they take up most of
Fucking
that
Hulk
top
Hogan
card.
beats fucking
All right, guys.
Ric Flair for the
Whoa,
title.
whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't get my
All right,
my
Mike.
comment in.
Go.
Okay.
Stop rushing.
All right, go.
It's gonna be 40
You can't
minutes, guys.
You can't say the Undertaker is turning heel because when he showed up, that entire crowd turned on Brock Lesnar.
Look, Taker
They
is
even chanted one more time after the second tombstone.
Taker is not going to be the heel. It's not going to happen. Lesnar is the heel.
He's beyond face and heel.
That's how WWE's going to go in, and that's how they're gonna book this shit. None of it makes sense. On paper, it doesn't make sense. It's gonna be a martyr situation. Taker's the martyr. He needs to get over Lesnar finally for the first time on fucking pay-per-view. He's gonna pin Lesnar after 2.5 years of Lesnar not being. That's what they're building up to. That's all they're building up to is this one win, and no one's gonna get over from it. Taker is gonna win his match. He's not gonna appear on the Raw after. He's not going to help put anybody else over because probably at Mania he's going to wrestle John Cena. This is my thing. WWE is not in the business of booking things that make sense. They're in the business of drawing money. They want to draw people to the arena. How are you going to draw people to the arena? Let's put the rematch of Lesnar versus Taker. How are you going to draw
people to the arena? You fucking make people popular.
Nah.
Not fucking just event for every fucking once or 4 times a year you bring in someone.
Nah, not at this point. They are on a different mentality at that point. If you could get pissed off at them, that's exactly what people have been saying for 2, 3, 4 years when they start bringing in these part-timers. They don't give a shit. You wanna know why? Because these part-timers draw money no matter what they do. Lesnar can sell out an arena. Taker can sell out an arena.
About the cash.
The Rock can sell out an arena. It doesn't give a shit about stories anymore. They haven't
It's
done.
fucking short term. If that.
Exactly. They book by day. They don't book by months. They book by day. What happens on Sunday may not really fucking give a shit on Monday on Raw the next night. That's exactly the situation we're in. All right, guys.
It's all about the money.
We're closing in at
That's
40
what it comes
minutes.
down to.
All about the money.
This was the mini show. Hope you guys enjoyed this our talk of Battleground.
I
and our-
didn't.
and our little rant that we had. You know where to catch us on twitter.com/arcofwrestling. If you want to join us for a podcast, you know where to go tweet at us and ask to be on. Go check out senshooter.tv, SCNACHUTO.tv, the home of the Arc of Wrestling, as well as channels like It's Training Mang and New Legacy Inc. John's not here to give us our Tumblr of the week, nor is Wesley, so I don't really give a fuck. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.